Hey guys, it's Sophie here, and today I'm going to be doing an Elphaba tutorial for you. Now the first thing you're going to need is obviously some face paint. I like to use the Snazzaroo. They are water-based face paints. This one's a little too dark for me, so I'm going to be mixing it with this white one here. And obviously you're going to need to apply it somehow, so I've got these makeup sponges from Superdrug. Now using water, you're just going to mix those two until you get a green shade you like and just start applying. When it comes on the skin, you may feel that you need to change the colour a little. So always feel free to just darken it up. And just keep going until you've applied it to the whole of your face. You may have to do a couple layers, so make sure you let it dry between each one. And bear in mind that any clothing you're using for your costume is going to get stained green around the neckline. You're not going to want to use your original makeup brushes for this look because they will get stained green. So I bought these from Claire's, I think they were just £8. So I would recommend getting some cheaper brushes exclusively for green looks. Going to do the eyebrows next, so you want to take a black eyeshadow. I have this one by number 7. You preferably want it matte, but I can only find a glittery one, so this will do for the moment. So you're just going to take an eyebrow brush, like this, and just follow your natural eyebrows. You're just making them black so they don't look weird when we add the black wig later. You may want to change the eyebrow shape depending on what kind of Elphaba look you're going for. So you want it softer if you're going for Act 1, probably harsher and more arched if you're going for Act 2. Either way, you want them to be quite thick. Now for eyes, we're again going to take this black eyeshadow and our slanted brush, and now we're going to draw on our eyeliner. Bring the makeup under the eye. About a third to halfway across the eye. And then repeat with the next one. Now I'm going to use this palette by New York Colour. And I'm going to take this green colour with this brush. Just quite heavily apply that all over my eyes. As it's lightly it's like the face paint will have flattened out the natural creases in your eyes. So you're going to use that green to go over and make quite a defined crease. And now you've covered your eyelids with this green colour, we're going to go back to the black and just slightly increase our crease. Just very slightly. You want to have very defined eyes, but make sure you blend very well. And you can also go under your eyes with this, just to make sure you're not too top heavy. Now I'm going to take this smaller brush, and with the same palette we're going to use this white colour to do some highlighting on our eyes. First we're going to start with our brow bone. Make sure you blend well. You want it to look highlighted, not completely white. This side looks a bit whiter because of the angle of the sunlight. This eyeshadow is a little bit shimmery. Again, I would recommend matte eyeshadows. That's what I used last time. But I seem to have lost all my matte eyeshadows. So, also going to take a little bit and put it in the inner corners of our eyes. Just on the bridge of our nose. Now I'm going to move on to the eyeliner, and I can't tell who this one's by because it's all faded along here, but this is Intense Black. We're just going to line our eyes how you would normally, so this can change depending on what suits your eye shape because everyone has different eyes, but you want it to be thin generally and quite elongated towards the end. So I would recommend you go for a little cat eye look. You don't want it to flick too much though, you want it to be quite straight. And at this point you may want to go back under your eyes with your sponge just to make sure everything's still green. Now we're going to take our mascara. This one's by L'Oreal Paris, and you're just going to do your mascara as you normally would. And you want to make sure you don't forget under your eyes as well for the mascara. Now I'm going to use fake eyelashes. I'm going to use these ones by Superdrug. And then again we're just going to go over the false lashes with some more mascara just to give them a big boost of volume. At this point you want to go and do the lips. Now I don't have a lip brush, so I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush that is a little sponge. And I'm going to take just the dark colour and cover my lips with it. Now I'm going to take some black lipstick. This is by Barry M Cosmetics, and I'm going to go over my lips to darken them. Now the final stage you want to do is contouring and highlighting. So you can take this big fluffy brush and the New York colour palette again. And again starting off with this dark green colour. I'm going to use that to contour our face. So under the cheekbones. In the production they would have used purple to do contouring, but I find that if you're not under stage lights then it doesn't really work as well. So. However, although we don't want as harsh as purple contouring, we do want quite harsh contouring, especially if we're going for Act 2 Elphaba, as she becomes more and more witchy. There we go, and just repeat on the other side. Also going to contour just on our temples a little bit, just a little, just down the sides of our nose. Okay, the final step is highlighting. So using that same brush, doesn't matter if there's a bit of green on it because your skin's already green. We can take that white colour again and brush that over the tops of our cheekbones. To give some lift. Go down our nose. And there we go. Now the final step is just the wig. Now once you finish, just fix your wig in whatever style you want. I would recommend getting a straight wig since I got a curly one and it is the most unmanageable thing in the world. You can always clip it back if you need to. I just can't bother to go get clips. And then, if you need to, you can always go back over a little bit for contouring. As I find you always need more after you put the wig on, because the wig is so dark that it makes the face look less defined. And the final step would be to add some black gloves. You can paint your hands green, but if you're going out or doing this for a party, which you probably are, I wouldn't recommend it as everything you touch will turn green. So yeah, that's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll be doing some more makeup tutorials at some point in the future. I'd quite like to do Glinda and maybe both her Act 1 and Act 2 looks, as they vary quite a lot. So let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Jesus Christ, it's all in that thing. Why did I do this in summer? Ugh. I'm melting.